Hey friends, welcome. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. So today I'm going to be doing my very first fluid art with cells. So this is what I'm going to be using. It's called Liquidex, and you mix this 1 part of this to 20 parts of water. So I have some paint cups. So this smaller one you can do if you wanted to do a smaller batch. I decided that I'm going to do the whole thing and put it in those containers. So I'm going to use this big one here. So it has on the sides, it shows you how to mix like 1 to 20. So I put in my 1 and then I just went all the way up there to the top to make it to 20. And I ended up needing a whole lot more than just that mustard and ketchup bottle. I actually had to do 2 of those in order to make it go. So the entire bottle I'm showing you filled up that paint container. So it actually made quite a bit. So you certainly can make as much or as little of it up as you wanted. I think next time I'll put it in like a gallon jug. My daughter uses the water for the baby, so I'll save one of those jugs of the baby water for it. All right, so now I'm getting started. That blue is apple barrel. Now this is Dollar Tree white, Dollar Tree pink, Dollar Tree orange, Dollar Tree lime green. And then that's a metallic green. And I put in my paint, and then I kind of did 50-50 paint to the fluid pouring medium. Next time I am going to try a different brand, but that was all I could find at the time. I got it from Michael's. But there's a Floetrol that I want to try. I'll get it from, I saw that Home Depot carries it. Now I'm just mixing up all of my paint. So from everything I've read, you want it to be, a consistency, sort of like if you're at the beach and you're making a sandcastle, like a drip sandcastle with the sand, how you kind of make it and it just drips, kind of that sort of consistency. Some of my paints were, a little bit loose, so I had to go in and add some more paint to it. No big deal. Just to get the consistency that I wanted, and then I just mixed them all up. So the blue needed some more. Don't mind my floor. My husband, oh my gosh, my husband built something super cool for me. I can't wait to show you guys. He built a paint station for me inside the porch back here, and it actually has a hookup to it to take out the paint fumes. So cool. Okay, so this is the silicone. I got this silicone from Amazon. I've never used silicone before, so I just sort of picked one that, had good reviews. And then this is my Crafter's Square canvas. Now, what I should have done, and I brought out my tacks and forgot to, but put a tack on the underneath, like a push pin tack that kind of stands up on the underneath of each corner, so that it's not laying directly on whatever you're using to keep your paint from going everywhere. You know what I mean? So I have a tarp on the floor. I got it actually from the Dollar Tree. It worked really well. Where I found it, they only had one. So I'm hoping that I can find some more of them. I'll be looking for them. It was definitely good. All right, so what I'm going to be doing, this is the swipe method. So I'm going to take all of my paints. Oh, and I put 1 drop of silicone in each. So I've just got to kind of play around with how much silicone to use. And from what I understand, if you stir it a lot, you'll get little cells. If you stir it a little bit, you'll get bigger cells, okay? So now I'm just going through and I'm making lines across my canvas with my colors. You have to be really careful because it's really easy when you start putting a bunch of paint colors for them to turn into mud. And you don't want that. So, you just have to sort of think through your paint colors. Nothing worse than when your colors turn to mud. So now my white, I did not put any silicone in, just so you know, because that's going to be my base color that I use to swipe. It's my swiping color. So after I put everything on, I'm just going to kind of move it around a little bit. Make sure that my canvas is nice and covered, excuse me. Now I'm going to take my swiping color and I'm going to put a nice thick line at the top and then also a line kind of in the center. Now, this that I'm using for my plastic, that is from a folder from Dollar Tree. I just cut the piece off. And then when I was done, I cleaned it off and I'll use it again next time. So what I did was just take it and put it in the top in the white paint. I didn't dig in, I just pulled the white paint down. And so now I'm using my butane torch to just go over it because the heat will help to open up all the cells. And I'm so excited. This is my first time doing the pour with cells like this, and I'm so happy. I can't believe it. It turned out really well. It's super, super easy. Now, with this particular canvas, I am going to have a part 2 because I have a plan for this. And so once it dries, I do have something I'm going to be doing with it. So I'm excited. I hope it turns out because, again, something I've never done before. So we'll see how it turns out. But hopefully that turns out good. And then, so once you get your cells going, you can just sort of, move it around how you want to just open up your cells. So if you make your cells too big to begin with and you start pulling, then your cells will just be huge and look like blobs. So I tried to, stir it pretty good to make my cells kind of small. And yeah, I'm super excited. Okay, so now I have my little straw. And please don't mind me, I was out riding my bike prior to doing this. So with my straw, I'm just using it to, just sort of blow some pieces and, move them in different spaces. You don't have to do that, but I've seen people do it and I just thought it looked really, really cool. So I am just super, super excited for this. I love it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it too. Thanks.